Good morning, everybody. Today I am talking about the topic ferromagnetism. Ferromagnetic substances are those which get strongly magnetized when placed in an external magnetic field. So, they have a strong tendency to move from a region of weak magnetic field to strong magnetic field. So, we can say that they get strongly attracted to a magnet. And we can draw the ferromagnetic this like here is get strong magnetized in the direction of an external magnetic field, this like structure. And also we said that the magnetic susceptibility, in the case of magnetic susceptibility, is inversely proportional to temperature. Inversely proportional to temperature. And also the relative permeability, this is nu r, is more greater than 1. And the magnetic susceptibility is positive and also large. And we can say that the example of ferromagnetic materials as such as iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. Thus, in a ferromagnetic material, the field lines are highly concentrated. In non-uniform magnetic field, the sample tends to move towards the region of high field. We may wonder as to that happens when the external field is removed. In some ferromagnetic materials, the magnetization persists. Such materials are called hard ferromagnets. Example is alnico, an alloy of iron, aluminium, nickel, etc. is one such material. On the other hand, there is a class of ferromagnetic materials in which the magnetization disappears on removal of the external field. Soft iron is one such material. Appropriately enough, such materials are called soft ferromagnetic materials. There are a lot of number of elements which are ferromagnetic: iron, cobalt, nickel, gadolinium, etc. etc. We know that the individuals atoms or ions or molecules in a ferromagnetic material possesses a dipole moment as in a paramagnetic material. Here in the picture we said that the two type of figure A and B. One is randomly oriented domains, and other one is aligned domains. What is the domain? We know that the individuals atoms, they interact with one and another in such a way that they spontaneously align themselves in a common direction over a macroscopic volume. This is called domain. And each domain has a net magnetization. Here is two type of figure in this first case, that is this case, that is randomly oriented domains. In figure A, the magnetization varies randomly from domain to domain and there is no bulk magnetization. This is shown in figure A. Then when we apply an external magnetic field B0, so that this type B, In this type, figure B, applying an external magnetic field B0, the domains orient themselves in the direction of B0 and simultaneously the domain oriented in the direction of B0 grow in size. The existence of domains and their motion in B0 are not speculations. One may observe this under a microscope after sprinkling a liquid suspension of powdered, that is ferromagnetic substance of sample, and also this motion of suspension can be observed. This figure B, the situation when the domains have aligned and amalgamated to form a single gained domain. And the ferromagnetic property depends on the temperature. It is her study the Curie's temperature. The temperature of transition from ferromagnetic to paramagnetism is called the Curie temperature. It is denoted as a Tc. Okay. And there is a given a table. This table is lists the Curie temperature of certain ferromagnets. And next we talk about the important section in the ferromagnetism, that is magnetic hysteresis. The relation between B and H in ferromagnetic materials is complex. It is often not linear and it depends on the magnetic history of the sample. This figure is showed that the magnetic hysteresis loop, and the magnetic hysteresis is defined that the lagging of magnetic induction B behind the magnetizing field H is called magnetic hysteresis. Then we looked at a picture. Current carrying. In this picture, when we place a ferromagnetic material inside a current carrying solenoid, we can vary the magnetizing field H by the changing the value of the current. As H increases from 0, then B also increases. At a particular value of H, B becomes constant. As H decreases from this value, B also decreases. But a magnetism remained in the material when H becomes 0. This is called retentivity. Here is we see that the retentivity. And also this retentivity is the magnetism remained in the material after completely removing magnetizing field H. When H is reversed at some particular value of reverse magnetizing field, the retentivity reduces as 0. This reverse H is called coercivity. Here the picture shows the coercivity here. Okay, and this overall phenomenon is called hysteresis. The word hysteresis means lagging behind and not history. And this picture is the magnetic hysteresis loop, is the Beige curve for ferromagnetic materials. And there is the whole behavior of the ferromagnetic materials. Okay, thank you.